Hello again, welcome back to episode number 29 of Travel Talk. Today's episode will be covering leaving San Francisco, sadly, then the bus journey to LA, and our first night in LA. So, various little bits to cover. This episode will be a little bit more interesting than most travel episodes because there's a few things that happen along the way. But before we'd even left the hostel, the night before we were leaving, basically, I'll go into this quite quickly. We were in a 4-bed dorm in the hostel. There was me, the person I was travelling with. For the majority of the week, there was the weird American underneath her, but he'd left the day before, so there was a spare bed. And then there was also the Swedish guy underneath me who snored a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. Anyway, so that night before, we kind of wanted to get a nice bit of sleep because obviously we had a fairly long bus journey the next day, so you want to be ready and raring to go. And unfortunately, we were woken up at about 4 o'clock in the morning by the new 4th member of our dorm, who was a very drunk, very large American man who proceeded to kind of barge through the door, waking everyone up, naturally, because we all thought he was probably an axe murderer, so it's always good. Barged through the door, he kind of slumped into the bed. Luckily, the Swedish guy was underneath me, so he was underneath the person I was travelling with's bed, so, unlucky. Slumped under that, threw his skateboard at the wall, headbutted the bed before he actually got into it, and then kind of was unconscious. But this is the best bit. He was snoring. Now, understandably, people snore. I've got no problem with that. Once in a while, everyone probably snores. The person I was travelling with, she snored all the time. She'd never admit to it, even though about 10 different people along the way had told her it. So she obviously is in denial, but there you go. I snore. I ain't gonna lie. Every once in a while I snore. But this guy that had come in, oh my god, did he snore. You probably could have heard him snoring in New York. It was that loud. I'm pretty sure that people underneath us and above us would have heard him as well, because it was ridiculously loud. To the point where the Swedish guy underneath me went down to reception, complained about him, and got us some earplugs. Now, the earplugs didn't really do too much, but we didn't really get back to sleep after that, to be honest. After you've been woken up like that, it's not great. So yeah, we were up from about 4:30 in the morning, to be fair. And our bus didn't actually leave till 11:15. But yeah, we didn't really do much. It's funny, I think we left the hostel at about 7 because we just didn't really want to be in the room with old snory bollocks anymore. So we flagged down a taxi and headed to the Greyhound station, which would where we'd be getting our bus from to go to Los Angeles. And we'd arrive in LA at about 5:30, I think it would be. So, yeah, like I said, we didn't really sleep the night before, so we were very tired. We were just sat in the bus depot in San Francisco watching, I think we were watching Supernatural on the television, to be fair, so, yeah, it was something. It was an interesting night before leaving, obviously. Pretty much non-eventful until we got on the bus itself. Left just after 11. We didn't really sleep on the bus at all because neither of us really sleep that well on buses. So we just kind of admired the scenery as we were going through, which was nice. It was you had all the mountains and the grassy hills, and the sun was reflecting off of them because it was a really nice day when we left. It was annoying because like the Alcatraz day and the Golden Gate Bridge day that we'd had in San Francisco, the weather was just grey and miserable. And then as soon as we leave, I swear this is the way it happened the entire trip. As soon as we leave, the sun comes out. And rain just followed us the entire way. It was unbelievable. So yeah, like I said, the bus ride took about, roughly about 6.5 hours. Got there about 5:30. When we actually got there, the bus station in LA, it's in a very strange place. It's in Skid Row, which, if you don't know what Skid Row is, it's basically where... I'm not characterising it as just this, but it's a lot of drug deals and a lot of very unpleasant people around that area. So it's not the best place to have a bus depot, I didn't think, but, we weren't overly excited about going into Skid Row. I mean, initially we had said we'd fly to LA, but because of it being in Skid Row, but it wasn't that bad. Jumped in a taxi there, headed off to the Banana Bungalow, which is where we'd be staying for the next 4 or 5 days. I can't remember how long it really was. It was nice. It wasn't that far of a walk from the centre of LA, like Hollywood Boulevard. It was about half an hour's walk. So yeah, we got there at 5:30, checked in, took our bags up to our room, went back downstairs, started chatting to a couple of ladies from Australia. One was 30 and one was 50. They were mother and daughter. And they were nice. They were nice people. They'd been in America for about 3.5 weeks visiting people, and they were just about to head back in a couple of days' time. So we got chatting to them, and we chatted to them for most of the night, to be honest. Now bearing in mind we hadn't slept since 4 o'clock in the morning. The next part of the story isn't the best idea in the world. So we were like sleep deprived, food deprived, and like dehydrated probably. So naturally the best thing to do is to go out and get drunk. Now, I don't drink that much that often, but yeah, apparently it was a good idea at the time. I'm not sure. We headed out to basically the Banana Bungalows in LA. For anyone who doesn't know, most people probably don't, there's 2 hostels. There's one where we were half an hour from Hollywood Boulevard, and then there is one actually on Hollywood Boulevard, basically. And they're about 10 minutes drive from each other. And yeah, we went with about another 20 people from our hostel. We went across to that other hostel on Hollywood Boulevard and had a free night of karaoke, beer, / whatever the hell I was drinking, / tacos. Tacos, not overly fond of. Burritos, slightly more fond. Beer, always fond. What I was drinking, God knows what it was, so not too fond. So yeah, we didn't actually get home to our hostel until about 1 o'clock in the morning. And in between getting there at about 7 and leaving and getting back to ours at about 1, I believe, if I remember correctly, and I only remember bits, but we walked out of the other hostel, walked down Hollywood Boulevard. Because we were very drunk, got very excited at every single star that we saw on the Walk of Fame. Even people we'd never heard of. It was mad. I believe one of our group nearly got a tattoo. I'm not naming who it was, but there was about 6 of us. There was us, so there's 2 of us, the 2 Australian ladies, then there was a couple of other English people that had left with us as well. So yeah, one of us nearly got a tattoo, which is different. Stopped off, had some pizza, which obviously is not the most advisable thing I'd recommend doing after drinking. I don't even know what I was drinking. Like I say, when they ran out of beer very quickly because there's a lot of men at the hostel, and then it was I don't even know. It was something orange. It was orange and it's horrible. It hurt my head the next day. So don't drink, kids. It's terrible. So yeah, we got back to the hostel about 1. Went straight to bed, obviously, because we hadn't slept in not 21 hours at that point. Had a nice long sleep. Well, I say long, I got up at 8 o'clock the next day. And had a shower to wake everyone up, because I'm really an arsehole, apparently. I did actually wake everyone up. It was quite bad, because I was like in the shower and I didn't realise. Basically, where we were in a 6-person dorm in this new hostel. And the shower and the toilet were on the side. So I was having a shower, and I didn't realise how loud the shower actually was going to be going through the wall. So I woke everyone up. Guilty! But yeah, we got ourselves dressed, and that's where I'll leave it for now, because I don't want to do LA all in this one video. So yeah, that was one day, a magical day full of drunk people, coaches, more drunk people being me, and then waking people up with a shower. So that's where I'll leave this episode, full of fun and exciting things. And yeah, the next couple of episodes will be solely dedicated to LA. And like I say, LA is the last place that we went in America. And we'd be heading off the next day. Not the next day, we'd be heading off after that. We'd be flying from LAX to Fiji to Sydney. And yeah, that's where the Australian adventure would start. But we won't be getting to that yet. Like I say, we've still got a few episodes in LA, covering things like the Hollywood sign. We went on a tour of the Hollywood homes, walked up the Hollywood Hills, obviously did the Hollywood Boulevard and found all the stars. Went to the Chinese Theatre where the Oscars are held. Got to see a real Oscar. Got to have my picture taken on the stage where they hold the Oscars. went to various kind of other little museums and places. So we did a hell of a lot in the period of time we had in LA. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. Hopefully you enjoyed this video of my drunken antics / other people's drunken antics. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you next time. See ya.